Hi, everybody. This is Alan Fine. I'm here with Nelson Martins, the general manager of Norwegian Viva. We are on the first revenue cruise, and we're going to talk about how it's the same but better than Prima. And this is Insider Travel Report. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to have you here. We are very pleased to start this amazing journey, all together.
As we were talking about earlier, Viva is like deja vu, but better than Prima. The differences are almost not noticeable at first, and then you get to realize there's a lot of improvement. Can you start us off?
Yes, we got to quite a lot of data and information on the last year. And one of the comments that we had, it was kind of the capacity of the restaurants. Even if Prima was ahead and Viva was almost complete, we've still been able to change. I'll give you a couple examples. So we have indulge food court that's at deck number 8 at the aft of the ship. So we had a Starbucks, and we realized Starbucks.
You had Starbucks in two places, and you didn't really need it in two places.
No. So especially on that concept, so we removed that. That's been able to increase some seating capacity, as well as at the entrance. We remove a couple podiums. So more or less, we increase about 100 seats inside, and probably about another 50 outside. And also we add, because as you know, we're family oriented and a lot of children, so we add an ice cream palette, and that is again, it's a very nice addition and very, very popular.
So that's Indulge. What about the other restaurants?
So the other restaurant, we've been able also to increase the capacity, like Surfside, that is on deck number 17. We've been able also to increase the capacity outside, so you have a little bit more seating by the pool. Another 100 seats that have been able to be added.
Also, I think the seats by the wave pool, they weren't able to be moved. Now you fixed that up.
Yes, because the wave, that's why we have a sailaway party there. Plus we have a lot of activities. So by removing them, so now we can take them away, where before they was kind of built to the ground, so it was not possible. So that's create more space, and it's very, very much appreciated at night when you have all the pool parties, or even during the day. So that's what's been an adding. So that also gives more access to the guests when they go to the bar to get a drink. They are not stopped anymore by these high chairs.
And also, you improved the smoking area for those people.
Yeah, that's correct. On deck number 18, on the port side, we had just kind of a little corner reserved. At this time, we have proper furniture there. We have a glass to protect against the wind, and even with a roof. So we take good care of the smokers and also of the non-smokers.
Actually, you may be thinking, oh, these are such little things, but that's when you have something that's so good, it's only the little things that you have to fix. And we got a lot more to go over. For example, you have new art. Let's talk about the walk and the by the Metropolitan Bar.
Yes, by the Metropolitan Bar, we had a whole wall there that was not really utilized. So now you have an interaction, a butterfly. Actually, you have about 2,148 butterflies. I count them every day to see if I miss anyone. As you pass by, they just start to interact with you, and that's an amazing piece of art.
Yeah, so it's 22 flat screens vertically in a row, creating a 15-meter-long piece of art that notices when you walk by or touch it.
And also in the Metropolitan Bar, where we change also at night, we have a kind of jazz, more contemporary music. So after dinner, if you just are looking for a location to just have a drink before going to bed, that's the place to go. So we also have that.
So, and the theater, you've improved the theater that it can now be rearranged in 5 positions. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, so in the theater, so the first day that will come and you see the theater is a regular theater where you have about 750 seats. On the lower part, you have a stagger of 450. We're able to move that as we need it. And then at night, we remove completely all the seats. And it becomes one of the biggest nightclubs at sea with lasers and all that. And that's really an experience by himself. And actually, you are able to see that by staying in the theater after the show, so you can enjoy the whole transformation.
And the chandelier was improved too to be more interactive. What happens with that?
So on the bottom of the chandelier, you have a glass chandelier that reflects the same projection that you have on stage, and just shows you exactly what's happening on stage. And you can send colors, you can send videos, you can send inscriptions. So that's also an amazing adding.
And also, I found it interesting, the Galaxy Pavilion. You have new machines, and talk about that, please.
So on that, we have kind of a better diversity of these machines. You have the Carrock, so that is an interaction where you have the different cars. Of course, we have all our different F1, so it's really an amazing place for you to experiment.
I think you told a story that even though the car was there before, you decided to improve it because of notes you were getting from guests.
Yes, because the car was more the motion and a little bit the noise. So we have removed all that. So you have turned the whole experience even more fun.
These are the details we're talking about. All right. Also, you said that the mattresses were always good, but you've then decided to improve those.
Yeah, so we have changed the quality. We have even improved that part where we have realized some of our comments was the mattress was too hard, was too soft. So we went for a middle one where it's even more comfortable. We also the lighting has been improved in a lot of our staterooms, especially on the vanity desk. The ladies to put the makeup, the gentlemen to shave, so much more light. We also have we had especially in the heavens some of our closers was making a little bit of noise. We close it, so we put a magnet inside. So at night you will not have the closers opening and banging. So things like that we have had. We have had also behind in the restroom you have more spaces where to handle your tower and so on and so on. So more drawers to put all your cosmetics. So a lot of little things like that we just have keep adding, as that is the comments that we've been getting from the
guests. Do not forget the shower pressure.
Yes, and the shower pressure is amazing. You have to be very cautious. You have to be very cautious not to go away with that. So we have increased the flow of the showers. And
the captain was saying that he had a wish list of technology improvements, and he got them.
Yes, he was very well connected. So for the bridge, it's a little bit more a way to when you come to port, when you leave to port. So it's the trust, it's the power that the engines have to produce, and so on and so on. So that was his wish list, and he got it. So.
And also, you're continuing on your journey toward full sustainability. Let's talk about that, please.
So yes, we this is the one of our last ships that we have the scrubber project. So the scrubber project is a way you refine the heavy fuel. In the future, we're going to change that. Completely, and at the moment, we are already very concerned. So, let's say, simple example, towels. You have about 30,000 circulations. We don't put any more the towels in the staterooms. I'm talking about the beach towels because they're not required. So, we realize like probably 50% that do not need to be washed because they are not required. We have them by the pools, so if you need a towel at any time, you can get one. So, and of course, you recycle everything. Plus, you have a sustainable cocktails that we make from pineapple skin and avocados. And again, it's amazing part. Even in certain spirits that we give money back to the communities where the spirits come from. So we are very focused on that, and even to do much better in the future.
You'll see when we talk about F&B in another one of these videos how they use their own before it's garbage, before it's composted, because you do compost, yes. which is good. That you're able to make your own banana syrups and pineapple syrups and mint, all from the food that was unused. So kudos to you guys.
And also, but the concept on the Prima class and Viva have a little bit changed. If you will see, the surf side is not do not have as many seats than the rest of the fleet. But this is intentional because we want to provide you the service. We want to pamper you. So our main restaurants are open. So it's an a la carte for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also indulge food court. So the surf side is more like if you just want a little bite. But we have so many other venues that are open. We have locals that is open 24 hours, where again, you have an amazing menu and we can provide you the service. So intentionally, we have reduced the capacity of the surf side and to add high capacity in the other venues, so we can provide you the service.
So, but this is all coming from sustainability because it enables you to order food more accurately and have less waste.
Yeah, that's correct. Because on the buffet, when you are going to produce and you're going to have 2,000 guests, a lot of the items you have to pre-cook, you have to prepare them. So, and of course, when they stay on the line too long, they get hot, the quality will drop. By doing an a la carte and we prepare the food as you enter the restaurant, the quality is high and the product is much more elaborate.
But and then finishing you're still heading towards zero emissions by 2050, and you're converting to the biofuels. You want to say anything about that?
Yes, this is really will happen on the last two builds. That's by that time, we'll probably have gone to this biofuel, and this is going to be an amazing achievement. Not only for us as a company, but also to give back to the community and to show that actually the cruise line industry and NCL, we are really concerned about that, and we're doing our part.
And still continuing on the differences between this and Prima, we've got a show on this one that's going to open in August.
Yes. I mean, we have Beetlejuice, and we are very, very excited about that. This is going to be an amazing production. It's one of the bigger casts that we ever had. The props are excellent, and that's going to be really, really.
There's a lot of stagecraft to do. It's special effects were in the movie, and you now have a theater that can handle it.
Yeah, so because of theater, we have a theater with 6 different entrances. You can enter from deck 6, deck 7, and deck 8, and port and starboard side. So this allows us to have a lot of props in the theater, and you have a lot of space. Because if you do remember the movie, it's a lot of things happening, and we have exactly the same or even better. So we are very, very excited. I cannot wait.
Prima had a godmother. We're going to have a godfather. Let's talk about him.
So he's going to come in Miami. I'm sure you remember El Pasitos. So that's going to be a great addition. We'll have a few concerts on board again. I don't have the pleasure to meet him before, but definitely I will do it this time.
So we've talked about the differences. Now let's just talk about the ship. And for anyone who didn't know about Prima, I'm going to show everything you talk about. So the more you can say, it's like a game show. So let's talk about each of the restaurants so I can show them each of the restaurants. Take a little tour in your head.
Okay, so if we start on deck 17 where we are, you have of course the Surfside Cafe, so that's open breakfast, lunch and dinner. So this is a typical buffet. Again, not so typical because we have one of the few, only 2 ships in the world have that. We have a pizza, but is made from wood. We have a wood and fire. See, they don't allow you to bring a candle, but we create pizzas with wood. So that is amazing, really. That's so between the pizza and focaccia and all these items that we serve throughout the day, this is amazing product. And then the buffet is a little bit divided in different sections, and you have the grill that is open most of the day. So that's on that side.
All right, so that's Surfside. Then right around the corner is Food Republic?
Yeah, that's correct. Food Republic. So Food Republic, is an amazing concept also. You have the sushi, but you have a lot of different cuisines interacting on that. Then across Food Republic, you have Palomar. So this is a Mediterranean fish experience. So, and it's an amazing view. That's really something not to miss.
You can see the food being prepared.
Yes, it's an interaction galley, so a kitchen that you can see everything what's happening. If we come back down, we come back a little bit down, we go to deck number 8. That's when we have Indulge, one of my favorite venues. First, outside of Indulge, you have Bar du Soleil. And there you have all the sofas and all the pillows. So on there, we also serve food. So when you come to Indulge, you can sit inside and you can sit also outside. The iPad, so you have 8 different islands, and all the food by miracle just comes to your table.
It comes too fast. Yes. And then Prima, there was some problems with those little what do you call it, tablets?
Yeah, the tablets.
You've that's another change. They perfected this.
Yes, actually the tablets. We have find very difficult to operate them in Prima in the outside, and here they work fabulous. It's a different different technology. So you could, let's say, from Indian cuisine to pasta, to dishes from the grill, to salads, to barbecue. You just name it, and they just keep coming. And the part is because you can order as much as you like it. You order an appetizer, you start to eat, and you feel like, can I get a second? You just click it.
It's almost like rubbing a lamp and a genie, and it's that fast.
That's it, exactly like that, yeah. Exactly. So now we are still on deck number 8. So we move out and you go to local. So you have local grill. So this is our 24 hours.
We love the 24 hours. Yeah.
So of course, from the chicken wings and the salmons and the steaks and the salads and the Caesar salad and Cobb salad, you name it.
It's also a great bar and a great way to watch a soccer match.
So yes, you can see the soccer matches and all the other games. You have a huge plasma TV that allows you to see that. Plus we have other TVs at the bar. So now we're on 7. So on 7, you're going to find the bistro also. As you come out, you'll have the bistro. So this is our French experience. So actually, the bistro was our first restaurant. Long time ago, so in 2000, 2001, when we moved from traditional dining And still, after all these years, we are only the only company to do that. So the 6 and the 8:30. The bistro was the only specialty restaurant that we had. So of course, it's a French experience, and from the Dovo Sol, to the Chateaubriand, and so on and so on.
But also, I love the fact you don't have high ceilings, but you still have chandeliers.
We have the chandeliers because you are dining in the stars. You are right up there at the level of the chandeliers. So that's gives you that experience. So if we go then one deck below, on deck number 6, you'll have Cagnes. So Cagnes is a steakhouse. So it's a steakhouse, where you have all the classics. As well, you still have the lobster, you still have the shrimp. So you have a lot of selection there. Just across that, we have Commodore Room. So Commodore Room is one of our complimentary restaurants. So about 300 seats. You have windows also, so you have a clear light. If we go up from there to deck number 7, so now is the Metropolitan Bar. That's where you see all the butterflies. They're all there. We have 2 more restaurants there. So you have Nami. So this is sushi, like a sushi bar. So you can sit at the bar and have sushi at the bar, or you have all the table seating. Just across, you have a Suki. So this is different than the rest of the fleet, because the rest of the fleet, they call that teppanyaki, but it's the same. So this is a kind of the Japanese experience where they cook and they sing and they dance all in front of you. So it's a lot of fun to go there with friends or with family. It's a lot of fun. And then we come to the main dining room, about 500 seats all around the window. From every single table you can see outside. And outside with the very beautiful chandeliers, like a lot of marble when you come in. That could have been a specialty restaurant, It's a complimentary restaurant, but it's a beautiful venue. So we don't have the problem. I want to sit by the window because all the tables have a window. So that's great. That's really, really an amazing achievement that we've done there. And of course, I forget one. You have Onda. So this is our Italian restaurant by the Whiskey Bar on deck number 8. And you can sit also outside. You have seating inside and outside. And we have also our Mexican experience, Los Lobos. And also you have seating inside and sitting outside. So you have a lot of choices, No, and this also is your vacation. So the ship have come a journey. So you decide what you want to do, how you want to do it, with who you want to do it. So this allows you, but after that, we have everything to go around, starting from the shows. You don't only have one show at night. We have different shows. So if you decide to eat early or late, you have always a show that will match that. But our show excursion program is also the same. We have different timings. So you could come early or could come late. We have the Splash Academy for the young adults, for the children. We have also the times to match that. All our activities on board, from the speedway, the track, or from the Galaxy, they also open according to the restaurant. So everything moves around. So you will not find that, say, you like to eat early and then you finish to eat and you feel everything is closed, or vice versa. Because we open with all that. And of course, when we sell from port, we open our gift shop. Our gift shop is totally different than any other ship. It looks like a little bit more like the airport. We have getaway that when you have just a large room and everything is there. The gift shops are on deck 8 and they're on deck 6 and they're on deck 7. Yeah. So you have in 3 decks. So as you move around the ship, you find what you are looking for, and instead just to go to a large room and to find everything there. So even our restaurants, we have changed the structure of the restaurant. It's not only a square or a rectangle. The restaurants, they have the same curve than the ship. Because of course we have still one very important place to talk about is the Ocean Boulevard. Is the Ocean Boulevard. Myself, I've been working on ships for over 25 years and never saw anything like that, because you have infinity pools there. You have infinity pools where most of the ships, what they have on deck 8, they will have a promenade. So yes, you could run, but that's as much as you can do. We have the infinity pools, you have the jacuzzis, you have the showers, you have the sunbeds. You have the beach house there, where you have huge mattress. You can just lay down on the.
How many pools do you have? You have the one main one in the center, and then around you have how many?
So you have on deck 17. You have one pool. Then you have one pool in the heavens, and then you have 2 pools on deck number 8. And also you have one more location that's called Vibes. That's for adults only, and that's another bar. And also there you have 2 jacuzzis, you have cabanas, you have lounge chairs, So we can create all the experience that you are looking for. We have the experience like as friends are cruising together. We have an experience like if you are with family, you bring children, or if you come just with your wife or with your husband and you decide just to stay a little bit away from the young ones, we also can provide you that experience. So you choose inside of we have so many amenities that you can cater your own vacation inside of the ship.
You're basically saying, and if we talk about who's the guest, it's a multi-generational guest, but it could also be singles. Let's talk about those single rooms.
Yes. I mean, we started that quite a while ago. We in 2010 with the Epic. So the Epic was our first ship that had the studio. So the studios are very, very popular. We have about 73 of them. The studio by himself is exactly what you need when you decide to take a vacation by yourself as a solo travel. But what our solo travelers they like the most also is the lounge. You have a lounge like you'll have at home.
And as extension of that, the room isn't so small anymore.
Yes, because in the lounge you find everything. We serve their breakfast, so you have your coffee machines, you have your Danish in the morning. During the day. You have also a bar there. You can look at the news. You have plasma TVs.
And you're meeting the other neighbors, all the other singles.
And then in the evening at 5 o'clock, from the crew staff, we can arrange for the solo travels to meet other solo travels and to go for them for dinner. And it's not only the dinner, because some of them will stay in contact, and a lot of times they go ashore together. We also send some of our crew staff to encourage them to have dinners. So we bring them to different restaurants, and there's a lot of activities. You have a board there, and you can be by yourself, but you can meet others. It's entirely to you, And of course, that lounge is a little bit like the heavens. It's only reserved for the guests who are cruising there. So all the guests are there, They just start to mingle in the 9-day cruise. By the end of the 9th cruise, they're all friends.
Right, exactly.
That's
all right. So now those are the singles. Let's work our way through the stateroom classes.
Wow! This is a journey by himself. We have a lot of different classes. So let's say, we already talked about the studios. So we have the inside cabins. So we have the inside cabins a little bit in all the decks. Then on deck number 5, we have the ocean view. So this is the typical porthole, quite large. Then we have our balconies. We have the balconies. We have our club balconies. And we have one more category than only Prima and Viva has, is a suite category. So on deck number 9, on the aft, that's going to be on top of Indulge. This is huge balcony, so we have 31 suites there. So these 31 suites, they part of the amenities, they have breakfast and lunch in Cagnes. Now, as we go up, we come to heaven. Heaven has to be on the top. And heaven on the Prima class, and of course in Viva, you have your own elevators, because all the suites they are at the back of the ship. So the elevators are on deck number 6, and they bring you. So from 10 to 15, you have all the suites.
I don't think you talked enough about the speedway.
Yes. The speedway is one of a kind. First, is the biggest of all of them.
So is it the same size as Prima?
Yes.
It's three levels, and the others were 2 decks.
2 decks, yes. So this is another experience that you have to, and it's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can just race, but you can go also against yourself, against the time, and to be the number one in Viva. So, and it's fun because
I love that the whole family can help you.
That's it. So the whole thing, you of course, we have the safety training before, but after that, the family can be there with you. You are racing, but we have an area where the family can stay and they can cheer for you. And
now we can't forget the spa.
Yes, the spa, that is another adventure by himself. It's another journey,
Yeah.
It's another journey.
It's another amusement park for a certain type of person.
And actually, we've done something a little bit different in the spa, because you have a pool there in the spa. And what we had realized, when the ship had certain movements, the water was splashing, so we cut it. You have a divider, 2 dividers in the middle.
Right. It used to be one long pool. Now it's divided. These are more differences from Prima.
So it's still a long pool. So you will not see the difference. The difference is we don't have to close it anymore, because now the water doesn't splash anymore. We have also increased a little bit the capacity in the thermo suites. So this this chair, these sofas that have a certain need. So we have increased the capacity. We put more plants, more relaxation. So that's an amazing place by himself.
Also, I was told that the jets now are stronger, and they're not controlled by the front desk.
No, that's one. This was one comment that the jet was not strong enough, and you had always a small amount of time that they will stop. So they don't stop anymore. They are just controlled as you have it. And of course, on top of that, then we have the gym. So we changed a little bit the configuration of the gym. The technology is a little bit the same, but we changed to create more space so you can exercise. We had a yoga room that was not really utilized as much, so we removed that. We increased the capacity of the gym, and we put more belts, more weights, and different equipment.
It was very large. And you also have a separate room with the bicycles that are...
Yes, for the speed, yes. We have that. We had them all together, so now we separate that. But we open a little bit more, so it's more light. So that's also... But the main thing is like we have created more space around the machines, from the bicycle to the draw, to the speed and all that. So much more timing and space for you to exercise.
The word we always heard was we're always trying to elevate. So you've done that from Prima. So
yes. Yeah, I mean, Prima was the first. Already was totally different than all the other ships that we have. So we had to elaborate so many different amenities and activities. But this time, we really look at all the comments, your comments, and the comments that we have accumulated throughout the past year, and we almost implement all of them.
So as a general manager, how would you tell, we've got 122,000 travel advisors watching, how would you tell them to sell this product?
This is a vacation of a lifetime. There's no other ships that can provide what Viva has. It's exactly like if you go to a 5-star hotel or a palace. You will feel totally different. We have stayed away from the traditional buildings to the traditional, like on the sea day, you can only go by the pool on deck 17 and everything happening that. You don't have to go by the pool on 17 because we have so many other pools, we have so many activities happening. We have a lot of lounges and we are one of them. This is nothing happening here during the day because we also want a lounge for you just to relax, just to read a book, just to write a postcard to your friends. So we have that also. Our restaurants are all over the ship, so you never have these lines and a lot of guests leaving one venue to another. So this is I would say a more quiet vacation, but around the corner you can have as much excitement that you want because everything is open and everything is available. It just spread around the ship. So my first recommendation, when you come on board, just tie your shoes and walk and walk and walk and discover, because every corner you'll discover something totally different. It's no other ships like Viva and Prima.
Nelson, thank you for talking.
You are very welcome.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.